The moving truck rumbled away, leaving Mark alone with his boxes in the otherwise silent apartment building. He'd chosen it for its peace and quiet, a stark contrast to his old, noisy neighborhood. The building itself was old, with creaky stairs and long, dimly lit hallways. But the rent was cheap, and the silence was golden. He spent the first few days unpacking, arranging his furniture, and settling in. The silence was almost unsettling at first, but he quickly grew to appreciate it. No loud music, no late-night parties, just quiet. He'd occasionally hear a door slam, or the faint sound of footsteps from the apartment above, but otherwise, nothing. One evening, while making dinner, Mark noticed something peculiar. The kitchen cabinets seemed a little too clean, almost unused. He opened one, expecting to find dust and cobwebs, but instead, it was spotless. The dishes were neatly arranged, and there was even a brand new sponge in the sink. He dismissed it as the previous tenant's meticulousness, but the feeling of unease lingered. Then, he started noticing other things. A book he didn't remember buying on his bookshelf. A specific brand of coffee in the pantry that he didn't purchase. And a slightly different arrangement of his personal items. Small things, easily overlooked, but they chipped away at his sense of control and familiarity. The silence of the apartment, once so comforting, began to feel oppressive. The creaks and groans of the building seemed to whisper secrets, and the long hallways now felt like pathways to an unknown world. He started leaving notes, little messages for himself, just to see if they'd move. One morning, he woke up to find his notes gone, replaced with a single, neatly folded piece of paper. On it, a single word was written: welcome. Panic surged through him. He checked the locks on his doors and windows, but there was no sign of forced entry. He was truly not alone. The realization settled into him like a cold, heavy weight. Someone was in his apartment, living in his space, and watching him. He began to see shadows in the corners of his eyes, and hear whispers when he was alone. The silence had become a cage, and he was trapped inside with a ghost. He tried to ignore it, to pretend everything was normal, but it was impossible. He knew he had to confront the unseen resident, but the fear was paralyzing. One night, he decided to wait. He sat in the dark, watching the door, listening for any sound. Hours passed, and just as he was about to give up, he heard a soft click, the sound of a key in the lock. The door creaked open, and a figure emerged. It was a woman, dressed in an old-fashioned nightgown, her face pale and drawn. She looked at him with empty eyes, a ghost in her own right. Mark, frozen with fear, could only whisper, "Who are you?" The woman simply smiled, a chilling, unsettling smile. In a voice as faint as a whisper, she replied, "I'm home."